Hey guys, what's going on? This is your favorite host, Queen G of Queen G Live Experience. I am going live today. I'm so excited about today's panel and subject. It's near and dear to my heart just because, you know, I'm about woman empowerment and about, I'm trying to go live on. I'm about woman empowerment, and I'm about also um, being an entrepreneur and learning how to, take steps. And this whole thing is steps. Let's just put it like that. And today's topic is very, very amazing because we have some women, and if we can get all the women in, we're having a few technical issues this morning that have basically went through a lot of trials, and now they are, taking care of their business and they're getting their life on track. And we're going to talk to them about that. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me get my next guest in here. So we have Wendy and Danielle that are both on the live this morning. Thank you, ladies, for joining me for this amazing panel and subject and things like that. I want to, since it's a panel, I want to go ahead and I'm going to go to Danielle first and let her introduce herself. And then I'll have you come in, Wendy, and talk to us about yourself and your life as well. Danielle, so go ahead. Tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about your life.
My name is Danielle Brown. I'm 43 years old. I have 7 children. In 2000, I went to prison. I stayed in there 4.5 years. Once I was released, I felt that I needed to do something different with my life. So my first steps was when in prison. I went to school while I was in prison, and that's where I learned a lot of business. Once I was released, I started going to college also, and I continued on with my education. Because once I got home from prison, I had made up in my mind that the kind of gentleman that I was going to date was not going to be the typical kind of guys that I dated when I was growing up. So I met a guy, and he started nurturing me and teaching me a different path. Once I opened up my mind and ears to listen to him, then I was able to relearn. I think it's about us taking the initiative to open up to different ventures in life. Once I started seeing that the different ventures were lucrative, I kept on the same path.
So you spent 4 years in prison, and you know what? I want to start with this. I want to put this point out there. Um, I know that just life is life, and we all experience different trials and tribulations and things like that. But it don't matter what setting you're in. You said you spent 4 years in prison, and that is where you learn business.
Hmm.
So what I love about that is that it doesn't matter what situation you're in, you can make the best out of it. You know what I'm
Yes, you
saying?
can.
Yeah. I wrote 13 books in a 1 bedroom apartment.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So it didn't matter how small the place was. You know what I'm saying? I still was able to take that situation and use it to the best of my ability and use it to my advantage. You know what I mean?
What
Small or
made you
not
start writing the
small.
book? What made you start writing the books?
What made me start writing a book? Great question. Thank you for asking me that, by the way. Uh, what made me start was just I had just moved to Texas, honestly, from Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is an entertainment city. And instead of waddling in my depression from moving from the place that I wanted to be in, instead of where I had to be, I just went into writing mode, and my brain would not shut down. So I laid on my back instead of being depressed about it, and I went to writing. And in 2019, I wrote 13 books and also came up with a magazine and designed a magazine, and released about 10 editions of that magazine in the same year.
I
So
have to say one thing. I have to say one thing before Wendy goes on. It's power in prayer. Prayer pushes you to things that you have never seen before. God opens up your eyes. If you're willing to get down and take care of your business with Him, He will guide you in all the directions that you need. Nothing that I've done was because of me. Everything that I have done is because of prayer. God has been the one thing in my life that has not been unmoved. Because of Him is the reason why I am able.
That is beautiful. Same here. It took every bit of God, prayer. Also, it's your mindset too. On top of that, you got to believe that you can.
Mm-hmm.
You got to believe that even though you sit in those prison walls, that one day I'm going to be out of here and make better of myself. You got to believe that too. You got to empower your thoughts, and we got to change our thoughts, in our mentality. So, Wendy, go ahead, honey. Introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about your situation. And oh my God, Danielle, that's so good. You are so right.
True.
Right.
Go ahead, Wendy. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, how are y'all? Thank you, Queen G. It's an honor for you to have us on doing an interview for us to tell our life story, because we never know we can change. Who life can change because of this, and this is my passion. Well, my name is E. Wilson. I do have my own business as well. I have an LLC because I have different streams of income in different businesses. Um, I'm 48 years old. I have 5 children. My oldest is 32 and my youngest is 14. I went to prison at a young age because I was just immature minded. And I stayed in prison for 8 years. Um, while I was there, I changed my mindset. That was the first thing about it, is my mindset. I got there, I immediately changed my mindset and said, "Hey, I'm here now, and I need to do what's best for me to get back on that other side." And while I was there, and so me and Danielle had a lot of views and visions of the same. We both went to school.
Mm-hmm.
I got my GED there. I went and I learned business there as well. Well, me and her sat down and said, if you fail to plan, you plan on failing. So we sat down and we wrote our goals, and here we are 16 years later, and we see our goals come to pass. One thing I can say, we kept in contact with each other over the years, and we have both been free. And what I can say, without God, none of this would be possible.
True.
8 years away from my children, had to relearn them all over again and set up a relationship with each one of them. And they all have different personalities, to get them to try to accept me. I just had to jump in and do what I can do. I couldn't change the past, so I had to continue to be in their life and do what I could do. It wasn't easy, but I have an awesome relationship with all 5 of my children. And so
let me ask you this, Wendy. Yours was a little longer, so I want to come to you and ask real questions that any typical person would ask, just meeting you. Who held down your children for you during that length of time? Did you have all 5 children before you went and did that 8-year span? Those are 2 questions. And then, man, was it the children that kept you motivated to better yourself, to come out and want to, get yourself together? Those 3 questions is what I have for you.
Okay. I had 4. As a matter of fact, I had 3 children, and I was pregnant when I was incarcerated. So, and I had 1 2 years later after I came home. Mom and Dad kept 3 of my children, and my daughter's grandmother kept her. And I am so grateful for them, because you can't find parents or nor grandparents that while you are incarcerated. So I just, like I said, I thank God for everything that He has done for me. And what was so hard is that I was pregnant while I was incarcerated. So I had to take that child inside of me and give it to my mom. Like, I felt totally lost without that child. That is a very hard thing to do. You have to be strong in order to have a child and give it away. Not really give it away, but literally you feel like you're giving your child away. And so
right, because normally as moms, my daughter just became a mother just a couple of days ago. And she's been calling me. Thank you so much. She's been calling me with just moments of her bonding with her baby. Or, mama, look at her. She's so beautiful. Or, showing me that she's, breastfeeding and things like that. Like, those are moments that we cherish as new mothers. So what was that like to even have your breast fill up with milk? You can't even give it to your baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. It was hard for me, but like I said, when I stepped in there, I had already had my mindset that whatever it took to get back to them, I was gonna do it, and God helped me with that. I gained my personal relationship with God while I was incarcerated. I've always been in church when I was young, but you know how we are when we're young. Our parents made us do it, so I think that's why we go astray. But the Lord said that if you train your child up in the way of the Lord, your child will come back, and that's exactly what I did. There's a lot of things in my life that has lined up with the word. That's why my faith level is very high. And God gave me the strength to be able to withstand, because it was hard. It was hard.
Wow. And I'm going to come back to you, Wendy. I got a question for Danielle real quick. Danielle, so can you tell me, because I've never been to jail in my life at all.
Wow.
Never. And thank God for that. Thank God I've been, good and been legally right and all that, been blessed. But from the standpoint of a woman, Danielle, what is that like being in prison and you got 7 children? Like, what is it like inside of those walls?
So for me, I had 4 children when I went to prison. I had 3 children I had 3 children when I went to prison. When I came home, I had 4 more. So for me, I was very young when I went to prison. I was 20 years old. So for me, when I went to prison, it wasn't like prison. It was like college.
Okay.
I used that time to grow up. The whole time while I was in prison, I didn't feel shackled. I felt like I was on a learning path. Believe it or not, when I got to prison and I got to the trustee camp, I met Wendy there. Me and her, whatever relationship we had as far as prison, that got me through prison. It made me feel that it didn't feel like prison. It felt like we was learning. It felt like we was growing. It felt like we was on the path to greatness. That's how I felt. Once I was released, I used those tools and I kept on my path to greatness.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but we don't want to glorify it and make our audience believe that.
No. Sometimes it's not bad. Sometimes you set aside because God set you aside to fathom death, because it could have been worse. It could have been death. It could have been no coming back. So I feel like he set me aside to be able to grow. I don't feel like it was a bad thing for me. It do be a bad thing for some people, but for me, I feel like it wasn't.
It helped to get you together, basically. So Danielle, what were you doing? What was your lifestyle like before that time? And what got you in trouble legally to put you in that position to be locked up?
I grew up in the middle of the crack epidemic, right? So out of 5 of my mother's siblings, 4 of them used drugs. 4 of them was on crack. So it was in my life. So it was hard for us to be financially stable with people who was on drugs. So at age about 15, I believe, I got into selling drugs.
Okay. It was
Once I
around
started
you.
selling drugs,
And we are, let me tell you, one thing I will say, we all are prone to be a part of our environment and our, you know what I mean? I was a teen mother. That's
yeah,
what was happening in Watts, California back in the day. I became a mother at 14 the first time and a mother again at 16.
yeah.
Okay. I'm 46 right now, and my daughter is 30. I think she's 33. 30.
Back when we was growing up, though, it was very secretive about how we lived our lives. You could not talk about things that went on inside of your home, inside of other people's home. You did not conversate about that. So we held a lot of secrets when we were growing up. Because of that, it changed the demographics of our neighborhood. If you look back on when the crack epidemic was happening, a lot of people weren't aware of the situation like we are today. Like today, we more knowledgeable about what we're dealing with. We understand where the problem is coming from. And so we can actually help each other because we understand it more. If that time we didn't have no inclination of what we were going through, it was set upon us and we were all dealing with it in our own way. Now I can look back on it and say that it was because I wasn't educated. I wasn't aware of what was going on around me.
Right. And
but
like,
for my
and the
kids,
most important part,
but for our kids era, we are aware.
Right. I was gonna say the most important thing that you said right there in that one WAP, in that one moment, is that you were a product of your environment. If you wake up every day and you see that happening around you, that's all you know.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? That's all you see with your own eyes. You know what I mean? So you're gonna naturally.
Growing up, I didn't see nothing wrong with it because I was in it. I didn't see the things that I see now as an adult. And me being a parent and having children of my own, I can communicate with them. I can tell them things and show them the legal way to be able to be successful. That way they don't have to go down the illegal road.
Right. That's great, Danielle. Thank you so much for being an inspiration. And let me tell you this, for so many, unfortunately, prison does save the life of, because it keeps them from being on those streets and getting in trouble. And unfortunately, that's,
if I hadn't went to prison, I ain't no telling where I would be.
And again, let me say this to the audience and the world out there. We are not glorifying prison. No, I don't want to put it out there like we putting a good twist on prison. But what Danielle is saying is that for her life, and I got to put that disclaimer out there because people will come back and be like, oh God, how you go glorify? No, I'm not saying that. Well, I'm not saying that at all. You know, she's just saying to you guys is that at that time, because of the lifestyle that she grew up in, that when she went to prison, that helped get her off the streets and kind of, you know, give her a moment to think about what was going on, and that she was able to take her life and, you know, make something better out of herself during that time that she was put away. Right. So that's what we are saying. I want to say that to my audience because sometimes they be coming at you like, oh God, how could you, you know what I mean? I just gotta, you know, put the real on it.
I do
and
understand.
Danielle, what is your relationship like with your kids today?
So my oldest son is the only one I had issue with when I came home. It was hard. It took many years to get that relationship where it's supposed to be. It was ups, it was downs, it was hard. But my other kids, my other two older children, they gave me a pass.
You know, it's always
and hard. I'm sure, you know, that's hard. That's a lot of emotional struggle.
Yes, it is. It
happens because you gotta forgive, and forgiveness ain't easy all the time. Forgiveness takes time. Forgiveness takes time even for us. Even if we ain't going through you know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I hate to admit this, but I'm trying to, you know, get things back on track with my sister.
Right.
And we way grown. It's some stuff that happened when we were younger. It wasn't my fault, you know, but she's blamed me for it for all these years. So it's hard. Like forgiveness is,
it's hard.
That's something else. And you really gotta, a lot of times, you know what I mean? We need God to help us forgive too.
Oh, that's the only way that we can make it through.
Exactly.
And it's emotional and it's hard and it's not an easy process. You know what I mean? So did your son tell you what it was that made it hard for him? Did he express to you?
I wasn't there. Nobody love your kids like you do. No matter if it's your mother, your father, they do not have the same connection with your children like you do. Like my mother, she has a connection with me and it's like unbreakable. Like me and her,
Right.
and I have that for my children. She does not have that for my children. She has that for me. I'm her child. And I have that for my children. So it's hard.
I will let y'all know that when y'all cry, I'ma cry too. I'm a big crybaby, so I'm just look. I got my tissue already.
It's hard.
Cause when y'all cry, I'ma go there too. I listen. Life ain't been simple for me either, so I'm getting it ready. You know what I'm saying? But thank God, you know that. I don't know. Thank God that the majority of your children, you know, y'all good, and they gave you a pass, and thank God that you guys are moving forward. And I pray that through your actions, that they take you at face value now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Let me say this about that. Let me say this about that, and I gotta put this out there. All of us made mistakes.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I remember being young. And I remember back in the day, you know what I'm saying, with my baby's father, he was abusive to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? He used to beat me at 14 years old. I was getting beat by a guy, my baby's daddy, the one that put the baby inside of me. I used to get beat by him and I stayed in it. Today, as a wise, grown woman, let me not call him the N-word. Let him hit me or think about it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But these are the things you learn as you get older and as you know what I mean? You grow and you experience life. Now I'm 46. Come on, there's no way that I would let a man sit here and hit on me and I stay in it. Or let a man sit here and yell at me and I stay in it. And I'm going to my life, everyday things with black eyes trying to cover that up with my glasses. Ain't no way in the world.
Man done it.
You know what I'm saying? But these are the things that we grow and we learn from. So thank God, you know what I'm saying, in your lifetime today, thank God, I pray and hope that everybody is seeing that you have made your mistakes and you are working on yourself daily and you are trying to build and, you know, make the best out of where you are today. And it takes time and it takes forgiveness and it takes us growing and learning and maturing and all of that stuff. We got to forgive ourselves. People don't know that. You got to.
That's one of the hardest things. That's one of the hardest things, I would think.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Because you carry that pain. You carry that, in the slightest things of remembrance can bring that pain back. Like you can be talking about something and it just dropped weight on you.
Right.
And it's something that you have to learn how to, like you said on one of your posts, Wendy, steps repeated daily. That's what helps you to grow into what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Like I feel that as long as I wake up every morning and push to the goals that I have set aside for myself, that I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, just one step. It's even just
One step a day, one step towards what I have to do.
small step equals
Every step. Mm-hmm.
you know. So
Go ahead, Wendy. Talk to us, honey. Tell us where you are today. I know you're a business owner today, and you know what made you come up with that theory of one step a day? Like, where was your mind at when you said that?
probably anxiety, because if you trying to do so much, you have so much on your mind that you want to accomplish and do, you can't do it all at one time. But I know that if you can take one step a day, it's gonna get you to where you need to be, because that's how I did while I was in prison. And when I was in prison, um, it I had to make the best of it, because it wasn't the best. I seen a lot of things. I people hang themselves. You know, I seen people come in there repeatedly. I've seen people be killed by officers. And, like I said, it's what I made of it, because I had to take one step a day to get to where I am today. And so I'm still taking steps. I'm still taking steps right now today.
Me too.
Yes.
Like when I
Yes.
wake up in the morning, I also have to have this mindset. I'm pushing. I'm gonna keep going. I got people looking at me. I always get. You never know who watching you. I get women and men from where I come from, streets, telling me to keep doing what you're doing, because you never know who's watching you. They'll tell me I was there where you was. I used to be there. I used to be standing on the corner right next to you, and I see where you're going. So you keep doing what you're doing, because you inspired me, and that is because I know somebody out there that.
Right. Let me read this from Miss Nina Belgraves. I want to read what she said to you, Danielle. She says, Danielle, I'm a doctor, and my children were hard on me for quote unquote not being there. I had to work 2 full-time jobs to take care of them because their father wasn't there. But I got penalized because of time too. So it's a situation that affects all mothers who have to be away from kids more than the kids want them to be. We can't change our past, so we absolutely take those daily steps. Love you, Queen. Thank you for what was that? Thank you for your transparency.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying, hey, it happens to all of us. Prison, no prison. I'm a doctor and I'm going to school for it.
Right.
I had to be away, and I still went through the different pain and trouble and issues with my kids as well.
Right. So the that when I did things so much, I was able to raise her, because I wasn't able to raise none of my other kids. I was out of their life for 8 years. It just felt good to be able to give all of that love and all of what your wisdom of what you've learned with that child. Like she said, I was able to tell my daughter what I done wrong and what you don't do, and even just question them about things like, so if you see a fight, what you gonna do? You gonna run to it, or you gonna run from it? Things like that. I asked my daughter those kind of scenarios, because those kind of scenarios hurt. Happen. You run to it, you might be the one hurt just because you're an onlooker. So I try to think of things with wisdom, with things that happen to get her prepared for the world, because today it's not a good thing there. So we gotta equip them. Now my older children, they are equipped, but like it was, like Danielle said, it was hard to gain that relationship with them. They all 3 of mine gave me a hard time. All 4 of them, they gave me a hard time. All of mine did. So I just.
And that's normal. That's normal. That's a normal reaction from kids who feel like in some ways, you know, dang, I've been abandoned or whatever. That's normal stuff. Y'all got to all understand that the dynamic of what you faced and dealt with is all normal type of situations. Sometimes we just feel like we're the only ones in it, though.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
And don't understand that, you know what I mean? Those are normal responses to situations like that. Those are normal things that you mentally deal with. Those are normal type of reactions. Ain't nobody wrong for none of it.
exactly.
Right.
You understand? Nobody's wrong for feeling how they feel. We're just in our situation and we feel like we the only ones sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have to think of what they went through without us. You know, because me as a mother, I didn't even want my kids to see me because
in that situation, right?
I didn't want them to come see me because I wanted to let me get me together so I can come out there and handle y'all like I need to. You know,
right?
I wanted to get together. I even prayed and said, God, don't let me out of here until I'm together, because I know if I went to prison, I probably would have been dead. And so I said, God, don't let me out until I'm together. And it took. I said, well, God, we're going home. But you know, I'm glad. I wouldn't change my walk for nothing in the world, because
me either.
Because it had made me I am today. You know, so
that's
I
right.
Changed my walk. Only thing I have better relationship with my children, but the relationship I have now with them is good enough for me. You know,
that's a blessing. Yeah, and it's steps. And I want to say to your children out there that watch this show, it's steps for all of us. And you saw, and I want them to know, they saw the comment from Nina Bell Graves. She was a doctor.
Right.
Yep.
Pursuing her doctorate degree and still experienced the same thing that y'all went through, and y'all children experienced the same things in different households. So that's what if they get to see this show, I want them to know that they weren't wrong for feeling how they felt. Exactly. And y'all weren't wrong for what y'all experienced either. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I know y'all always, talk to them about, hey, and I want them to know, y'all, when you're a product of your dorm environment, my God, here I am, a successful talk show host today, but I used to get beat by my dude at 14 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
I've been through some stuff, you know what I mean? Because I was raised in the hood and in Watts. And this is all the stuff that I seen around me where they made it like it was acceptable and okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your environment. And when you're raised like that and you grow up like that, it ain't necessarily your fault.
Right.
But guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all this. Black eyes or not, I was still up in there making them straight A's.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you that much. I stayed my tail focused. I took my babies to the program, to the daycare at the campus, and I would drop them off and I would get my education every day. And guess what? I was coming in the classroom with these on.
Okay.
Hiding them black eyes. I want to show y'all how serious this is. I was hiding my black eyes every single day. And my teacher was like, you okay? Nah, you don't want me to take these glasses off. Wow. She knew that I was a good student and that I was smart.
Right.
But guess what, y'all? Eventually I had to drop out because he was beating me so bad. It got so bad. You understand? I couldn't hide it no more.
Right.
I couldn't hide it no more. And I went back, y'all, and I got my GED at 19 years of age. I passed that sucker on the first try. Y'all better tell me God ain't good.
Okay, tell me.
I mean, God is good. God is good. God is good. I meant to say it like that. Y'all better tell me God is good. And he does restore your life. And he will come in and change, you know what I'm saying, everything for you. So it like we were saying, it ain't just one level or one different type of person. We all experience different things.
In ways, but the same. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, I was a product of my environment as well. I saw my mom be a single parent with kids, and I said, I
Yeah.
don't want my mom struggle, so I got out there on the corner, started hustling and doing whatever else I had to do to get some money. You know,
Right.
and
Right.
that's with me. It was because I saw my mama struggle and I wanted to help her. So let me, maybe when I was 15, and I had moved out and became a parent and on my own, moved out on my own when I was 16. So I growed up early. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up early. I started to have responsibility age, and so I
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Yep.
just
And my
because.
mama wasn't the type, bring your baby to me. She was like, you had him,
But see,
you
mine
need to
was
take care of him.
why I had so much time to get in trouble because my mom was like, bye and give me the kids. Oh, okay, bye, give you the kids. Well, let me go do what I was doing then. And so I had too much time on my hands, which allowed me to get in trouble. But trouble is easy to
Right.
get and it's hard to get out of. It took me 8 years.
Mhm.
So I used to be real impulsive. I would do things. I wouldn't think before I did things. But I also, when I went to prison, I went to a cognitive intervention class, which teaches you about your criminal addictive cycle. Like, where did this come
Mm-hmm.
from?
Mm.
Why
Mm-hmm.
are you so angry? Why are you so full of?
Right.
You have to dig to the root of it, and that's why
Right.
my business. I have a nonprofit organization called Inner Beauty Glows because your beauty comes from within. You have to deal
Right.
inside and deal with your heart first in order for your outside to shine. You got to dig
Right.
there. You got to go to your childhood to find out what made you angry like this. Why are you so impulsive to punch somebody in the mouth or in the eye or fight? I'm the only girl and I had brothers, so I was kind of climbing trees and all that other stuff when I was younger. So I was a very aggressive female. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Again, another example of a product of your environment.
right.
If you don't have other sensitive females, sisters around you, you know what I mean? It's a
I'm
lot.
hang, I'm hanging with the boy corner and I'm hustling and selling drugs and robbery, kick those and all of that with them because I was the only girl. So I did what boys on the corner did. So
Right.
Mm-hmm.
it's
Danielle, I want to switch gears real quick, y'all. Danielle, let me ask you this, and you probably haven't sat and thought about this yet because you're already in your life. You're already, doing what you got to do. What are some of the things that make you know that you are successful today?
My bank account. My bank
Give me
account.
some physical repercussions, right? Give me some physical signs that make you know that you are successful today. Yeah. Tell me about that side of it.
So I always feel successful. I always felt that I was great, but my bank account is what reflects that I am. So I just keep pushing the way that I know how. And because I grew up in the streets, I have a different hustle mentality than most
Exactly.
people.
Woo!
Like I
Speak.
have a guerrilla type of hustle.
Yeah.
So it's different for me than it will be for somebody else because when I grew up and I was in the streets all day, I'm okay with being outside in the heat. I'm okay with a lot of things that another woman or another lady would not be
Right.
okay with. So
Yes.
I don't feel uncomfortable in me and who I am and what I've been through. I'm okay with it all. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel when I'm in a room, I can go into any room, talk to any type of person because I have been all of the people, the lowest of the barrel, the highest of the barrel. So I can communicate with anybody. And I feel that my job is to teach anybody who's interested in trying to learn, or if I have the information, it's free for me. I don't have no problem with giving people information because I feel that that's a lot of problem with us.
Right.
We
And
hold,
I love what you said
hold,
because
hold. But what I do, Wendy can do in where she is because she not where I am.
right.
She can do what I'm doing. You know why? Because she where she is. her clientele is not gonna be the same clientele as mine. She gonna have
Right.
her own clientele. So I'm not
What
scared
I
to let Wendy in on what I know.
Exactly.
what
Like,
I love about what you said, even struggle ain't an intimidation for us.
not
No,
because we
we're
done
not
It's like,
scared of it.
okay,
been to the bottom and done it. So
you know
here,
what I mean?
when you look back
When
and
you've been homeless before,
you look back,
when
it's
you have a bad or a hard day, that don't mean nothing. Okay.
Right,
not at all.
right. You ain't giving up.
You know what I'm
Ain't no
saying?
giving up.
Don't get
No. And like you said, it's a different mindset, a different hustle altogether.
go into
You know what I
survival
mean?
mode. It's survival. You know, we know how to.
Exactly.
If you from the streets, you don't know how to do nothing but survive. You know,
Right,
you'd have been to prison, you don't know how to do nothing but survive.
right.
Exactly. So, Wendy, let me ask you that same question. What today, by the physical ramifications and signs around you, lets you know that you are successful today?
My fruit, like she said, the same thing. My account where I live, because I'm in a different environment now. See, your environment has
Woo!
a lot to do with where you going in life. You got to be surrounded by people with the same mindset. You have to live where the people have the same mindset, and that ground be fruitful. Because if everybody else got fruit, you gonna have that same energy. That energy is gonna come to you. So you're gonna start to have that energy. You know,
Yes.
I think the
I got chills, baby, because I know it's real.
and then
So
when I look
Yes,
when I look back and see that where I am today and where I was, I say I'm successful. I'm successful,
exactly.
and I just thank God for it because I'm gonna keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep myself surrounded with people with the same mindset. So when
And thank y'all for confirming an aspect for me. Y'all confirmed something for me today because I was wondering why am I like how I am? But it's because I'm street. A part of me, I'm street.
and you
People
know
wonder
what?
why I got the fire, that energy, that hustle mentality. I'm willing to go in. Like it's because I'm street. I'm from the hood. I'm from Watts, California, y'all.
Yes,
And you didn't grow up with a silver spoon out there.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I know about it.
I grew up with an alcoholic mama. My mama was alcoholic, and I dealt with that every single day. You know what I mean?
I grew up in California as well in San Diego. And my brothers lived in San Diego, and so
And her boyfriend from yesterday may not have been the same boyfriend that you know what I mean you woke up to.
okay.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real, y'all. Let's keep it real.
Yes, it's our environment.
It's a different hustle. It's a different hustle altogether.
And you know, we just take that hustle in that we and applied it. You know, we applied to our life today, so that's what makes it so powerful. That's what makes it work because I take the same energy that I was a straight hustler. They always told me you hustle harder than half of these niggas out here. Excuse my language, but they say.
no, that's true.
So I took that energy of my hustle and I transferred it to living the right way, hustling the right way.
Right. So give us, ladies, the name of your business and tell us what type of business it is. I want to start with you, Danielle, and then we'll head to Wendy and ask her the same thing. What type of business do you have, and what's the name of it? And give us the information too on how we can, get in touch with you, with your business.
My company is called Greenspan Clothing LLC. You can find it on Google. I'm a designer, so I make dresses like the one I have on right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So my husband does upholstery, and he sent me to learn how to sew. I learned how to sew, and the first thing I did was make my own dress.
Okay.
Once I seen I could make it, I was like, oh, okay. So I took my ideas and the things that I like, and that's what I make. And they can find all of those on Google at Greenspan Clothing LLC.
I'm looking for a designer, by the way. I don't know if
Yeah, And see, in a few years, I want to do like wedding dresses. I want to do kids' graduations when they go to the prom. I want to do dresses like that.
Okay, okay. So look her up, y'all. She put her information out there. And I want y'all to go back later too and write it in the comments. Okay. So
Okay.
go back later and write everything in on the comments so that people can reach you and see how to get in touch with you. Come on, Wendy, give it to me, girl.
Okay. I'm the owner of Glow Getter by Win LLC. I have different businesses. I have Glow Getter by Win Stand. It's STAND. It stands for Standing Together and Never Defeated. That is my
Right.
my motivational speaking. When I go to speak to I speak to young girls about my walk in prison, my walk in freedom, and how to stay free. I also have a boutique. It's called Chick Palace. Go Get It by Win Chick Palace. And what I have on is from my boutique. You can go to
Ooh, that's cute. Those are cute pieces y'all got on. I like the material, the you know what I'm saying, the look, everything. Those are I can rock those for some red carpets, y'all. I'm looking like, okay, what's up?
Okay. You can go to Glow Getter by Win Chick Palace on Facebook and as well I Instagram. I also have Glow Getter by Win Health and Beauty. I take natural products to keep us healthy. Because
Right.
a lot of things out, our health is wealth. If you're not healthy,
Right.
how are you gonna be able to run a business? So I take a
Right.
lot. I do have eating well is my life, and I have a lot of products that I TLC products for your skin, your detox body, whatever you need, I got it for you.
Glow
But
Getter is
Glow
definitely a good name for you because you are glowing, baby.
thank
You are
you.
glowing.
I love it. I love to see the sisters uplift each other right
Yes,
here in front of me. I love that. That is,
girl.
y'all
Yes,
are amazing. I like y'all energy. Y'all are dope. I just like everything about y'all.
you are as well. Your smile is
Mhm.
beautiful. Come on,
Thank
girl.
you.
Got it going. It's on here on your live station and your magazine. You have a magazine as well, right?
Yes, ma'am. I can show you.
Let us see what you
And I'm
got.
getting ready to actually put out an edition. Look how thick it is. I
Girl, look at
love this.
go.
Um,
Look at go.
I'm getting ready to put out a special edition for brands.
Oh,
I'm getting ready to do one for brands. These are some of the different covers I did. And
okay.
guess what? My magazine caters to the independent market.
Wow, that's
It
awesome.
caters to the independent market because I felt like it is some giants as independents that put it down every single day, like yourselves. You guys have your own businesses and you're, an independent business owner and things like that. We got some giants that are independent. They not on a,
Right. Right.
billionaire level, but they putting it down every single day and they big time in what they do. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And they're successful in what they do on an independent level. So
Right.
my magazine caters to the independent level. And guess what, ladies?
Ain't that
I
awesome?
just got like 3 or 4 of them published on Amazon too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Awesome.
God is good, right? God is good. We
Right.
knocking them out the box.
He is.
Like
Elevate.
along with my
You rising queen.
yes. I'm so grateful for that. And I want to thank my team. He know who he is for all the work that he put down and helped me, to do the graphic part of everything. He is amazing.
So you've
My
been in
God has been good to me.
the
Oh, true.
entertainment business for 30 years. That is
Yes, it will be 30 years next year, and I want y'all to be a part of my event that's coming up. And I want you to come out as guest speakers for that. If you guys can put that on your schedule, it's going to be May of next year. We're doing a grand affair. Let me tell you a little bit about it. I got a few minutes, I got a few minutes. Plus, this is my podcast. I can do it. I can do it. Real quick. May of next year, I'm planning a grand affair. It's my 30th year anniversary in the entertainment industry. I've been an entertainer since I was 18 years old. And I am now about to be 48. So I'm doing a grand affair. It's a 3-day weekend, 1 day full of conferences. Day number 2 is going to be a turquoise brunch that I'm putting together with that color scheme. So we all got to come in turquoise and white. And I'm going to have live entertainment and it's going to be a ball of fun. That evening of the same day, which is on a Saturday, I'm going to also be planning a showcase for industry entertainers. And I'm going to bring the entertainment business to them, to the artists. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a great networking event. And so it's advantageous for the artists to get with me and book themselves for that event. Okay. Final day, last event of the weekend, I'm doing my grand affair. And it is a Great Gatsby themed award show. Yeah, and that night is gonna be, it's red carpet, all that. Cause y'all know I work in the media industry. Right. So I'm a media entertainer. I'm not just a, interviewer only. I do red carpets. I actually host red carpets and things like that in different cities and for different events and things like that. So we're making it a grand affair, but we have that thing. We got old school cars that's gonna be dropping people off in front. We're gonna have a whole line of media interviewers there to, get them interviews on schedule. And it's a celebration of my life. You're gonna see different videos of some of the things that I've done over the years, but it's all about the people too. God told me to give out certain grand, amazing, independent people awards on my night. God told me to do that. He said, even though it's your night, I want you to bless others. I got gift bags jumping off. I done already bought everything for the gift bags. I got the VIP wristbands already. See, you got to set your plan. You got to write your plan and make it plain.
Rebecca, when we was incarcerated, wrote our plan down.
Right. We're so excited. Like we all talking at the same time. We're all so excited. You got to write your vision down and make it plain. Habakkuk 2:2. That's where that scripture is found. You know what I mean? Also, you got to be detailed about any vision you have. It can be manifested if you believe. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe. You got to believe that it is. You got to believe that it is. God been making a way already. Do you understand? All the gift bags are already paid for and taken care of. All the gift bags that I'm giving out for next year. Okay. I got the ticket rolls, the VIP wristbands. I got all that stuff already. So we ain't playing no games.
So I heard you was coming to Houston as well, August the 14th.
Yes, ma'am. I will be out there twice this month in Houston. So we got some stuff. Yeah, we got to meet up. I got to see y'all. It ain't just a vibe.
It's Lord.
Yes, I love y'all already. Like,
you are awesome.
We just meet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Nina, great. Thank you for your input.
So you appreciate it. And a signing, right?
Yes, and Nina Bell Graves is another amazing sister that is in my circle of network. So please connect with her. She got her own platform and radio station and all that stuff. So please, let's connect the dots and let's connect on social media too. We just meeting the first time on the podcast. Ain't that crazy? Thank you, Free, for putting us together and for connecting us and tying this situation together. She's an excellent networker. She's my manager, and she's been really bringing some really great people in this direction, in this path. So I want to thank you. God bless you, Free, for all the amazing work that you're doing on my behalf. And yes, so if there's nothing else, ladies, I want y'all to go back later and put all your information, write it in after we get off. You know what I'm saying? So that people will have your websites and sync links and all of that stuff. And share this to everybody. Share.
I want to say this one thing, but y'all, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean out on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. Because sometimes that our way is the right way, knowing it's the right way, and it don't. So, I trust in the Lord, and it'll out fine for you.
Yes, thank you. Any last words, Danielle?
Wendy said it all. I really appreciate it. I love you so much, and I thank you for everything.
I love you. And I thank you.
Well, ladies, it has been amazing and powerful today. And evidently our audience felt that same way. We had some great energy today coming in. I loved it. And I just want to thank everybody for continuing to tune in to the Queen G Live experience and making this platform grow and build and, you know, teaming up with me. I need y'all on the outside in the public to team up with me to build this platform up, because we got great guests coming through here. We have amazing guests coming through here. Tomorrow evening, I will be interviewing legendary celebrity guest actor, Mr. Melvin Jackson Jr. He's been in so many films and movies. He'll be on my platform tomorrow. So yeah, keep watching, keep tuning in. You never know who's gonna be on here. And let's just keep, you know what I mean, being great. Let's keep being great. Right?
Hey, baby.
Right.
Yes.
We great. We great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
So we great. We better.
Exactly. Thank you, ladies, for your time.
Thank you as well.
Yes, definitely. God bless you.
God
and
bless
we'll get in touch with each other after this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Great day.
All right, guys. Y'all see that? God is good. That was a great show. That was our special guest, Miss Danielle and Miss Wendy. I love them already. I love their energy. Thank y'all for tuning in to this amazing segment about women who have turned their situations into an empowered business and have, you know, inspired us. Whew. Out here, you can do it from any level you're on. Anything you're experiencing, you can do it. You can be at the bottom of the bottom and the lowest of the low and still grow and still be great, and still, it's all a mindset. It's all about going out there and getting it. And I want to thank y'all for watching and tuning in to this live. Thank you for sharing it in advance. I appreciate you all. And this is your favorite host, Queen G, checking out, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.